Picture this. By the time you hit 80, your body could lose half the muscle mass you had in your prime. Shocking, right? This silent thief, known as sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, is sneaking into the lives of over 50 million older adults worldwide, robbing them of their independence. In the U.S. alone, muscle weakness triggers over 300,000 hospitalizations every year from falls that could have been prevented. It's a grim reality, but here's the jaw-dropping truth. You don't have to surrender to it. Scientists are stunned by a rare group of 70 and 80-year-olds who defy aging. These superagers move with the strength, flexibility, and vitality of people half their age. They bound up stairs, spring out of chairs without a struggle, and crush physical tests that leave younger folks in the dust. How do they do it? It's not luck or genetics. It's their daily habits, backed by cutting-edge science. A groundbreaking study in the Journal of Physiology reveals that these vibrant seniors hold the key to staying strong and independent, well into their 90s. The Mayo Clinic has uncovered 7 game-changing habits that can halt or even reverse muscle loss. But here's the kicker. 93% of older adults have no clue these habits exist. Even more mind-blowing, habit number 7, rooted in Harvard Medical School research, can rebuild lost muscle even in your 70s or 80s. Yet, most doctors never mention it. Worse, some of the healthy advice you're following right now might be sabotaging your strength, and you're likely making this mistake every single day without realizing it. One simple tweak could be the difference between thriving independently or relying on others as you age. Ready to unlock the secrets of superagers? Drop a comment below to tell us where you're watching from. And if this sparks your interest, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our life-changing health tips for older adults. Stick with us to the end of this video, because the ultimate secret to transforming your health will be revealed at the finish line. Now let's dive into the 7 golden habits that will keep your muscles powerful and your life vibrant, no matter your age. Habit number 1. Hormetic stressors, beneficial stress for your body. This is perhaps the most surprising habit of strong and energetic 80-year-olds. They regularly expose themselves to beneficial forms of stress called hormetic stressors. Hormesis is the phenomenon where a small dose of something stressful or harmful can actually benefit the body, while higher doses are damaging. Simply put, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, literally, especially when it comes to muscle. According to research from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging, short-term exposure to certain stressors can trigger powerful cellular defense mechanisms that help preserve and even boost muscle growth and function, even in people over 80. The first type of stressor used by superagers is temperature variation. Short cold exposure, like ending your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or brief cold plunges, can activate brown fat, stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis, and increase levels of adiponectin, a hormone that helps protect muscle tissue from damage. Likewise, heat exposure through saunas or hot baths activates heat shock proteins, special molecules that help repair damaged muscle cells and prevent muscle protein breakdown. One study from Finland found that people who used a sauna 4 to 7 times per week had 40% less muscle loss over 10 years compared to those who didn't sauna. The second hormetic stressor is intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating. By shortening the eating window to 8 to 10 hours a day, superagers stimulate autophagy, a cellular cleanup process that removes damaged parts and improves muscle quality. Research from the Salk Institute showed that this method improved mitochondrial function in muscles by up to 10% in just 12 weeks, even without weight loss. The third stressor involves short, intense muscle contractions. Superagers often perform a technique called overcoming isometrics, pushing or pulling against an immovable object with full force for 5 to 10 seconds. Although brief, these high-intensity contractions send powerful signals to muscle cells, helping preserve size and strength without wearing down the joints. What makes these stressors so effective is their intermittent nature. They're short and controlled, followed by full recovery time. When done properly, these brief stress exposures activate longevity genes like SIRT1 and FOXO, which are specifically involved in preserving muscle as we age. Start slowly and build up your tolerance over time. Remember, the goal is to create mild, beneficial stress, not exhaustion or injury. Habit number 2. Strategic protein. Timing. Most older adults focus only on how much protein they eat, but research shows that when you eat protein might be even more important. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein, a process scientists call anabolic resistance. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults should spread protein intake evenly throughout the day rather than concentrating most of it in one big meal, as many currently do. Here's the key point. Muscles have a golden window for protein synthesis that lasts about 3 to 4 hours after each meal. So if you eat most of your protein at dinner, like many older adults do, you're missing opportunities to build muscle during the rest of the day. The ideal strategy? Aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein in each meal and distribute your protein intake evenly across the day. That means breakfast needs protein too, such as eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie, not just toast or cereal. Lunch and dinner should continue this pattern with protein-rich foods like lean meats, fish, milk, and dairy products, or plant-based proteins like beans and lentils if you're vegetarian. Simply changing when you eat protein can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% compared to eating the same amount, but in fewer meals. In a 12-week study at the University of Texas, people who followed this approach gained an average of 0.5 kg, 1.2 lbs of muscle mass, even without changing their exercise or lifestyle. Remember, it's not just how much protein you eat, it's when you eat it that determines whether your muscles will grow stronger or slowly waste away. Habit number 3. Optimizing vitamin. Did you know that over 80% of older adults are deficient in vitamin D, a nutrient that scientists now call the muscle vitamin? Vitamin D deficiency has become a silent epidemic among seniors, quietly weakening muscle strength over time. Vitamin D isn't just for your bones. Research from Harvard University shows that vitamin D directly activates genes responsible for muscle protein synthesis and growth. Your muscle cells have special vitamin D receptors, and when these are activated, they stimulate the pathways that build and maintain muscle tissue. A breakthrough study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels had 25% more muscle strength compared to those who were deficient. They also had significantly better balance, coordination, and reflexes, all crucial for preventing falls. Superagers, those who maintain youthful strength into their 80s, almost always have optimal vitamin D levels, typically above 40 nanograms per milliliter, (ng/ml). Meanwhile, the average senior's level is below 20 tawa/ng/ml, considered severely deficient. So how do you optimize vitamin D? Sunlight can help, but your skin's ability to make vitamin D from sunlight declines with age. At age 65, your skin produces 50% less vitamin D than it did at age 20, which is why most older adults need to supplement. The current standard recommendation of 600 international units, IU, per day is often too low. Studies suggest that older adults may need 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily to reach optimal levels, although the exact dose should be based on a blood test. You can also support vitamin D levels by including vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, egg yolks, fortified dairy products, and about 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun exposure daily when possible. Important: vitamin D works in tandem with vitamin K2, which helps direct calcium into your bones instead of building up in your arteries. Without enough K2, taking high doses of vitamin D could increase the risk of artery calcification, a serious health concern. Vitamin K2 is found in fermented foods like natto or pickled vegetables and some animal-based foods. Ask your doctor for a blood test to check your current vitamin D level. Then aim to bring it above 40 ml to protect and strengthen your muscles over time. Habit number 4. Daily inflammation. Control strong, energetic older adults all have one thing in common. They maintain very low levels of inflammation in their bodies. Chronic low-grade inflammation, known as inflammaging, is one of the leading causes of muscle loss in older adults. This silent inflammation activates pathways that cause muscle protein breakdown to happen faster than your body can rebuild it. It also blocks anabolic signals, the signals that normally trigger muscle growth after exercise or a protein-rich meal. A study from Tufts University found that older adults with the highest inflammation lost muscle 3 times faster than those with the lowest inflammation, regardless of how much they exercised or ate. Superagers follow specific anti-inflammatory strategies. Prioritizing quality sleep. Sleeping 7 to 8 uninterrupted hours in a dark room helps keep inflammatory cytokines in check. Poor sleep can raise them by up to 40%. Supporting gut health. Changes in gut bacteria with age can lead to systemic inflammation. Superagers eat 30+ types of plant foods per week, along with fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut. Managing exercise intensity. Too much high-intensity training can cause inflammation. Superagers mostly train at moderate intensity and add brief high-intensity sessions 1 to 2 times a week. Supplementing with anti-inflammatory compounds. Omega-3s, 2 to 3 grams per day. Curcumin from turmeric. Polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that this combination reduced inflammation markers by 29% in 12 weeks. Use a blood test, HSCRP, to track inflammation. Superagers typically keep levels under 1.01 ml per liter, far lower than the average senior. Habit number 5. Taking essential vitamins and minerals. Daily, while most nutrition advice focuses on macronutrients like protein, carbohydrates, and fats, superagers with exceptional muscle strength pay close attention to micronutrients, the vitamins and minerals that directly support muscle function and protein synthesis. These essential nutrients act as catalysts, helping your body get the most out of the protein you eat and amplify the benefits of exercise. Without them, even if you eat enough protein and exercise regularly, you can still lose muscle over time. First up, magnesium. Researchers at the University of Vermont call magnesium the forgotten electrolyte for muscle health. Over 70% of older adults are deficient in this mineral, which is vital for over 300 enzyme reactions related to muscle function. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults with optimal magnesium levels had 30% more muscle strength, better grip, and superior physical performance compared to those with even mild magnesium deficiency. Superagers regularly consume magnesium-rich foods, including dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and dark chocolate. They also often supplement with highly absorbable forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate. Next, creatine. Not just for young athletes, research from McMaster University shows that creatine supplementation in older adults can increase muscle mass, strength, and even cognitive function, outperforming strength training alone. A daily dose of 3 to 5 grams can boost energy production in muscles, increase water content inside muscle cells, creating an anabolic environment that supports muscle building and maintenance. Third, methylated B12. Vitamin B12. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 drops sharply, mainly due to reduced stomach acid. Some common medications, like metformin for diabetes or proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux, further deplete this essential vitamin. B12 deficiency directly affects muscle energy production and nerve function. Superagers often take methylcobalamin, a biologically active form of B12, instead of the cheaper and less effective cyanocobalamin found in most multivitamins. Supporting minerals also matter, including zinc, selenium, and chromium, which help with protein synthesis and insulin sensitivity, both key to delivering nutrients to muscle tissue. A large study from Tufts University found that seniors with optimal levels of these trace minerals maintained 22% more muscle mass over 5 years than those who were deficient. Instead of relying on generic multivitamins, superagers often get micronutrient testing to identify specific deficiencies and supplement precisely. This personalized approach helps meet the body's exact biological needs, avoiding wasting money on unnecessary supplements. Habit number 6. Protecting your neuromuscular junctions. Muscle loss doesn't always start in the muscle itself. It often begins with the breakdown of the connection between your nerves and muscles. These connections are called neuromuscular junctions, like electrical outlets that link your brain to your muscles. When these junctions begin to decline, which typically becomes noticeable after age 60, your brain can no longer effectively send signals to your muscles, even if you eat enough protein and exercise regularly. A study from the University of Michigan found that superagers with superior strength had well-preserved neuromuscular junctions, unlike most older adults. The good news is there are specific practices that can help maintain or even restore these vital connections. Practice number 1. Precision and coordination-based movement. Activities like Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, or ping pong have been shown to strengthen neuromuscular signaling in ways that walking or traditional weightlifting cannot. A 2020 study in the Journal of Physiology found that seniors who participated in coordination-based activities twice per week preserved their neuromuscular junctions 31% better than those who only performed traditional workouts. Practice number 2. Targeted supplements for neuromuscular health. Compounds that support these connections include alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl L-carnitine, ALCAR, both of which protect nerve muscle connections from oxidative damage. Other helpful compounds include benfotiamine, a special form of vitamin B1, and huperzine A, which boost acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that activates muscles. Superagers also practice breathing exercises that stimulate the vagus nerve, which coordinates communication between the brain and muscles. Box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, hold again for 4 counts. Just 5 minutes daily can increase nerve activation to muscles by up to 15%. Mental activity also plays a role. A study from Columbia University found that older adults who regularly engage in complex cognitive tasks maintain better muscle function. Challenging your brain directly benefits neuromuscular health through shared neural pathways. Habit number 7. Progressive resistance training. The most important habit of all, the one thing that sets strong, healthy 80-year-olds apart from the rest, is progressive resistance training. Researchers at Tufts University describe it as the most effective anti-aging medicine ever discovered. Superagers follow special training protocols that directly target the biological causes of muscle loss. The core truth: muscles follow the rule of use it or lose it, but they must be challenged progressively to stay strong. Low-intensity exercise alone, like walking or lifting the same light weights weekly, is not enough after age 60. What sets superagers apart? They focus on intensity, not duration. Research from McMaster University shows that high-intensities, resistance training twice a week leads to more muscle gains than moderate-intensity training 5 times per week. The key is reaching momentary muscular failure, when you can't do another rep with proper form. This stimulates protein synthesis for up to 72 hours post-workout. They prioritize compound movements, squats, deadlifts, rows, presses, pull-ups, or assisted versions, all adapted to their ability. These movements trigger stronger hormonal responses than isolated exercises. They apply progressive overload. Gradually increasing weight or difficulty over time ensures ongoing adaptation. Superagers track progress and challenge themselves to do just a little more each time. They emphasize the eccentric phase, lowering the weight slowly, which builds strength with less stress on joints. Even seniors in their 70s and 80s can benefit. A study from the University of Alabama found that progressive training added 1.5 kilos, 3.3 lb, of muscle and boosted strength by 35% in just 12 weeks, along with better blood sugar, bone density, and brain function. The biggest mistake seniors make: believing that strength training is dangerous or unnecessary. In truth, not doing it is the real danger, allowing muscle loss to continue unchecked. If you choose just one habit from this list, choose progressive strength training. Conclusion: congratulations! You've just unlocked the science-backed secrets of 7 transformative habits that empower some 80-year-olds to maintain the muscle strength, vitality, and independence of their youth. These aren't just tips. They're a roadmap to rewriting your future. Don't wait for tomorrow. Take the first step today by picking the habit that feels most approachable, whether it's tweaking your protein timing or trying a cold shower. Start small, build momentum, and gradually weave the other habits into your daily life. Every choice you make now is a powerful investment in your future, a stronger, healthier, and more independent you. Imagine your future self looking back, filled with gratitude for the bold decision you made today to prioritize your well-being and live life on your terms. We want to hear your story. Have you already embraced any of these 7 habits? Maybe you've started strength training or added more protein to your breakfast. Tell us about it. Which habit shocked you the most or sparked your curiosity? Do you know an inspiring senior in their 70s or 80s who's still lifting weights, dancing, or living with incredible energy? Even better, share one positive habit you practice that keeps you feeling strong and vibrant, and tell us about one amazing habit you've noticed in a friend or loved one that motivates you. Your story could inspire someone else to take action. Drop your thoughts, experiences, and ideas in the comments below. We're all ears and excited to connect with you. If this video ignited a spark in you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button to spread the word. Subscribe to our channel for more game-changing health insights, and share this video with friends or family who could use a boost. Want to dive deeper? Check out the other videos on our channel, packed with practical tips to supercharge your health and vitality at any age. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Here's to unstoppable strength, unshakable resilience, and a life filled with joy every single day.